welcome.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. My name is Gary. This is Become the Music. And today's reaction, this is actually going to be to something I'm already a fan of, so it's not a first-time reaction. Something I've decided I'd like to do is give an informed opinion of something I already know. And that said, I'll be bringing up bands that maybe a lot of people aren't aware of, obscure bands, older stuff that maybe kind of under the radar, forgotten a little bit, things like that. Personal favorites, trying to give some exposure to some of these artists that people may otherwise never hear because they've, maybe they never had big hits, or maybe they existed before YouTube, like that sort of thing, right? Tonight's one, though, is actually to a band that probably everyone is aware of now, and it's Jinjer Pisces. This is the famous live in studio version that everyone reacts to, and this is actually how I discovered this band. And I've since become a really big fan. I was supposed to see them last year, but unfortunately Vlad got COVID, and they did play, but I thought, going to see a band playing along, like a metal band playing along with pre-recorded drum tracks, I just thought, what, I'll wait and see him next time. So really looking forward to it, though, because they're so good and they're so tight and clean. So this is Jinjer Pisces. I'm sure most of you have probably heard that, but let's go through it and let's hit it.
Suffering with smile, I drew a different reality.
By the way, if you listen really close, I know that this is a live session. They are playing this live off the floor. But if you listen in headphones, you can hear that there is some doubling going on in her voice. So she obviously went in and sweetened it a little bit. In audio, it's called, when you overdub things to just change a little bit, it's often called sweetening. So she went in and added just a little bit of another layer of vocals in there. So let's back this up just a little bit, and you can maybe pick that out. I'll raise my finger when it happens.
And with smile, I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty.
You can hear there's a harmony there, right? A little bit, very soft. Such great dynamic control. So good. Wow. Just gonna back this up a bit. When she says death, wow. The way she hits it. That. I love that, like a spider crawling or something, right? I love Vlad's drum setup. If you notice, a lot of drummers surround themselves with their kit. They've got everything's angled, the toms are angled, the cymbals are angled, everything's above like this. He's very much like a jazz setup where everything's flat. If you check it out, his cymbals are level, his toms are level, more more or less, right? That's just watch that again. See how flat everything is? His cymbals are almost like completely level with the floor. Most guys or girls, most drummers surround themselves with their kit like that. He's like completely down and open. Small kit too here, right here. I think he's actually got his snare angled away from him just slightly, which is a thing that if you watch a lot of jazz players, they've got their snare angled away from them a little bit. Let's just back that up and just see right here. If you look down at his snare drum, see how it's facing away from him, not towards him. It's facing just slightly at an angle away from him. There's that doubling again in the pre-chorus. I mean, it's possible that that's added while she's singing. She could be stepping on a pedal, or the engineer could be punching something in to double her voice. That's entirely possible. For me, but I'm skittish. That voice, man. You can hear another double right there. She's doubling that scream. That real growl there on the last word. The last two words. Let's hear it again. Yep. And there too. Yep. Killer fills there. Let's check out those drum fills again. Really good breakup of the meter in his fills. He's a very tasty player. A lot of you probably know this. This was actually recorded as a showcase because Vlad had just joined the band as the drummer. So this was actually supposed to be his showcase. And of course, Tatiana's performance was so ridiculous that it just blew up for that reason instead. The whole band is just smoking. Listen to that cymbal work. Shivering inside, drowns in the liquid gold. Cherish his life to the underworld. Doubling. Flashing when the winter cries. I love this guitar sound right here. My favorite part. Goosebumps every time, man. More doubling here. Okay, I got to hear that belt again. So for the non-singers out there, when a singer really pushes high, that's called a belt, and her belt is ridiculous. It's actually, I mean, she gets all the accolades for, her growls and the guttural stuff, which is ridiculously incredible. She's so good. Obviously, her clean voice too. Her cleans are just like phenomenal. They're so pristine. There's a little bit of huskiness to them, which adds character and texture. Her pitch is great. All her dynamics, her diction's fantastic, but her belting, like I don't know what it is about that. Whenever she hits those notes, it just makes me like think here's a brilliant young person who's just like completely in their prime, just killing it. It's so incredible to witness. I really have to see this band.
Flashing window into Christ. Voices swimming through the river, all the life against the stream. Searching for the room to catch on and see the sunbeam.
I'm gonna back this up again. Listen, listen when she says, when she sings Sunbeam. At the beginning of it, you can hear this distortion that she's also adding to her belt. There's a little bit of a growl, like that. Wow, she's so good. So much passion in what she does, man. Actually, sorry, the part I was referring to was on C. She actually does it on hook as well. Listen when she says hook and then C. You'll hear a little bit of she's purposely causing some distortion in her voice to increase the emotion. Right? Seriously, it almost makes me cry. She's so good. Great riff. Jinjer Pisces blows me away every single time. Here's the thing about Tatiana. She deservedly gets the credit for her incredible screams, her incredible growls, like that raunch in her voice, like the power she has, the range. As I say, her belting, like that's phenomenal. That's so high. She's got such control. Her soft vocals are good. She gets a lot of attention because, she's an edgy looking female front woman. She's killer on stage, all that kind of stuff. The one thing that she doesn't get nearly enough credit for, I believe, is her lyrics. Given that English is her second language, I personally consider her to be the best metal vocalist in the world right now, and B, one of the best lyricists. There's so much poetry and so much imagery and so much going on in her lyrics, especially given that it's her second language. It's really quite astonishing. Like, she has a very good grasp of creating imagery and metaphor and things like that in her lyrics. So let's just quickly look at a couple of lines here. Um, Personally, I really believe that. Well, for me, my favorite lyrics are always when there's some level of ambiguity, when things are a bit abstract, because what it does is it makes you bring something of yourself to the art. Does that make sense? If it's spelled out like I'm singing about this right now, this and this and this and this and this, um, it sort of takes the mystery away, right? Then you just know it's about this one-dimensional subject or whatever. Where lyrics that are a little bit more abstruse, a little bit more abstract, a little bit hidden, the meaning is kind of hidden, right? It allows it, so the writer's telling the story clearly and it means something to them, and they're leaving clues in the lines for you to figure out what it means to you, if that makes any sense. So, let's go through some of these lyrics here. A coward is shivering inside. That's the second line in Pisces. So what does that mean? I know what it means to me. I'm sure it means something different to her. What does it mean to you? Right? Today, I'll be a friend of mine who swallows suffering with a smile. That's incredible. You know, I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. Ego hardly can be piqued. That's Piqued. Piqued, like your interest is piqued. Ego hardly can be piqued because I'm selfless. Ego hardly can be piqued. What a great line that is, Scale armor belies virgin innocence. Fantastic imagery, right? Let's go on here. Where was this one? I grew in different normality with unblameable morality. Unblameable morality. Just those two words together raises so many things, It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic writing. Neptune's child shivering inside drowns in the liquid gold. Cherished his life to the underworld. Meet me flashing when winter cries. One of my favorite lines in the whole thing. Searching for a hook to catch on and see, then suffocate in painful tortures on cutting tables of callous men under a knife of handsome butchers. And emeralds are ripped away as the ending stanza, right? Under a knife of handsome butchers. That's really interesting. She's playing with juxtaposition there, right? Because when you picture a butcher, you're gonna think of some guy in an apron, big guy, covered in blood, and he's doing his thing, right? But no, these are handsome butchers. Well, why are they handsome? What's handsome about them, right? What makes them handsome? And why would she choose to put those two words together? Under a knife of handsome butchers. It's very interesting. It's total poetry. It's complete, absolute 100% poetry. And she is completely brilliant. Anyways, that's just some of my perspective on Jinjer Pisces and why I love it so much. And why you should too. I'm sure you do. If you're watching this channel, you probably like metal. So, yeah, great band. Can't wait to see them. I know, I've listened to the stuff they put out since then, and they're just phenomenal. They're just totally killing it. They're probably my favorite heavy band in the world right now. I'm a big Megadeth guy. That's been my favorite heavy band for a long time. But, Jinjer is just like, yeah, they're the next level for me. Fantastic stuff. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before Labor Day. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I always enjoy listening to Jinjer. So hope you enjoyed that too. Peace out. Peace out. One of these anyways. Have a great night. Thank you. What's up, you?